Hi, I'm Tannis Bolton. Join me on an incredible journey as I take on one of the most grueling and unforgiving ultramarathons of the 50K distance in all of the USA, the Speedgoat 50K in Snowbird, Utah. What makes a race like Speedgoat 50K so hard is twofold. The race climbs a mind-blowing total elevation of 3,500 meters while simultaneously being at altitude from 8,000 feet at the start up to 11,000 feet twice during the race. Now let me walk you through my training cycle. On average, I hit the Bruce Trail 2 to 3 days per week, finding the gnarliest, rockiest sections nearby, with several sessions over 3 to 4 hours. Stretching over 890 kilometers of land, the Bruce Trail is Canada's oldest and longest marked footpath, connecting Niagara to Tobermory, Ontario. Along the way, there are numerous waterfalls to explore. Hitting as many waterfalls as possible added adventure to my training plan as the weeks accumulated. From the powerful Falkers Falls in Hamilton to the cascading Eugenia Falls near Flesherton, the Bruce Trail has many waterfalls that will take your breath away. Not only can you take in the beauty of a rushing waterfall, but you can also explore many historic sites, conservation areas, and cultural landmarks that make up the Bruce Trail. Living in southern Ontario, I don't have any mountains to train on, so that meant finding a route with the steepest elevation over the shortest distance. For me, that meant K2 in Hamilton, a 1K route with a total of 43 meters of elevation per loop. Now imagine that, 16 times back to back to back for 3 hours straight. I could have found something slightly less steep and less monotonous, but my training isn't just about physical strength, it's also about mentally preparing for what lies ahead. Hill training was my key to success in preparation for the Speedgoat race. I knew that I had to push both my mental and physical limits to new heights, so I set myself the goal to reach the same amount of elevation in my weekly run totals at least once. Before taking on this beast of a race, I knew I had to prepare for the altitude stimulus coming from sea level in Ontario. And what better way to do it than to embark on a pre-race altitude training in the beautiful city of Flagstaff, Arizona. This city is nestled among the peaks of the magnificent San Francisco Mountains, which provided the perfect backdrop for my preparation. It is also one of my favorite places on Earth. One final workout included hiking to Arizona's high point, Mount Humphreys at 12,333 feet. Check out the video of this hike for even more epic views. We finally arrived at Snowbird, Utah, home of the Speedgoat 50K.
Yeah, so we're sitting at 8,500 feet out here. A little higher than Flagstaff, which is 7,000 feet. So still definitely gonna have to acclimatize here the next couple days, but we're gonna do what we can. Look at this. So we're here in Snowbird, Utah. So it's 2 days from race day. I'm doing a little shakeout right now to get the plane out of my legs from last night. We're sitting at over 8,000 feet. I think it's like 8,500 feet right now. The peak of this mountain range is over 11,000, which is where we're going to be hitting, 11,000 feet. So yeah, it's pretty gorgeous. I'm really excited to be here. I think back in 2020, I pretty much quit and wasn't going to run again. So it's pretty amazing to see where my feet have brought me, and just to be somewhere like I'm in the mountains. It's amazing. So today we're going to also go up the tram, the scenic tram, which brings you up to the peak.
The atmosphere on race day is electric. The air buzzes with anticipation as runners from around the world gather to tackle the still partially snow-covered terrain of Snowbird, Utah. I take my place among them, ready to push my body to its absolute limits. The first series of climbs of the Speedgoat 50K reach a total of 2,800 feet, just under 900 meters, over a short 15-kilometer distance. The rugged terrain of the Wasatch Mountains makes it a particularly tough challenge, and the altitude only adds to the difficulty. In one particularly sadistic part of the course, the race director Carl Meltzer chose a 48% incline at 33 kilometers into the race that had me crawling on my hands and knees.
I know, you're doing good. With my hands.
I know.
You're good. With my hands.
Okay, we'll go on.
The only reward was running through the epic tunnel prior to the 40K aid station. The Peruvian tunnel in Snowbird is a unique experience that pays homage to the town's rich mining history with antique displays spread throughout. In fact, in the winter, you can actually ski through this tunnel.
Carl's an evil man.
Yeah.
Coming down from the summit for the second time required a skill I did not know I needed, the patented butt slide. Somehow, more experienced mountain runners can stay on their feet down this steep snow glide, descending a kilometer over a 20% grade. I made it a personal goal to descend from the final summit as fast as possible, which was made even more thrilling over the final 5 kilometers as I chased down a female just in front of me. Crossing that finish line is the most incredible feeling in the world. It is a victory not just for me, but for everyone who has supported and believed in me every step of the way. The Speedgoat 50K in Snowbird, Utah has forever left its mark on me. It taught me that limits are meant to be broken, and that the human spirit is boundless. Coming from not running a single step for 3 months, only 3 years prior, to running through the epic Wasatch Mountain range, I can only feel proud of my accomplishments. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. Hit that like button and subscribe.